Welcome to the Daily Jerry Anderson podcast. People don't say that anymore. Do you say that anymore? If you give this a few quid for your trouble. Do you ever say that?
No, never.
Do you see whenever you don't tip in restaurants, which I've seen you not doing on many an occasion, but if you were ever to, I've never seen you tipping.
Hark at him. Hark at him sitting in there. You know what I'm going to tell. You know what I'm going to tell when we were in America, and myself and the Undertone, and we worked out how much, it's 17% of the bill or whatever, and we would count out the money. We would leave it on the table. He came back and lifted it. He took it.
Yeah. Well, you
see,
see,
brute.
I know. Well, you see,
used to do.
If
you see money sitting on a table, he'd say, he lifted money off another table. A tip off another table.
Yeah, I told you.
He did.
I know.
In front of us.
Emma doesn't believe you.
He did.
It's true.
We were affronted. There's money sitting there. I'll get that before the waiter. That's what he said.
If I may misquote President Nixon, I'm a crook.
Yeah.
I first started this when I was playing in bands. There's a man, God rest him, but I can mention his name. His name is Jimmy Devlin. Sorry, but what's this man's name?
Rodney.
Sorry, Rodney. I will get back to you in a minute.
That's all right, Jerry.
Oh, if you involve Rodney.
I'm involving Rodney.
Yes, Rodney.
Chip in whenever you feel like it, Rodney.
Okay.
Rodney, are you a musician by any chance?
No.
That's okay.
So you see,
I just wanted to see if he...
But anyway, this fella called Jimmy Devlin, he's a lovely man, and he lived in Cookstown, and he was the band leader of a band called the Grafton Show Band.
I hear you're celebrating 50 years in showbiz.
I am not celebrating. I was never in show business.
You were in the band game.
That's not show business.
A man told me that last night, that your anniversary is this year.
Well, it could be that amount of time since I first played in the band. But
Yes,
I was never in show business.
That's what I mean.
I was a reluctant visitor to
Yes,
show
but
business.
you know that.
I've never liked show business, and I've never regarded
Why don't
myself
we
as being a
mark
part
it?
of it. Do you remember we were on the cruise and nearly jumped over the side?
Why don't we mark the occasion?
By doing what? By
something.
stealing somebody's tip?
No, why did I get you into the studio to sing?
Why don't you get people to surprise me? Bring people in like Laurie Cunningham.
No, you'd be my guest.
Frank Carson. You'd be my guest?
You
I'll be your guest in your wee program?
No, I'll present the big program and you be the guest.
Oh, what a good idea.
And you come in and sing.
Oh, that'd be great.
You know where you bring in singers.
Oh, yeah. And
Here's a man celebrating 50 years in showbiz.
I'll talk about my highlights.
Aye.
And things that meant a lot to me.
Yes, we'll interview
and
you.
Emotional moments in my life, ups and downs.
You can sing the wee boy up the tree.
My drug hell.
You
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
What really happened with that woman?
Right, Jimmy Devlin.
Excuse me?
Jimmy Devlin. Is it Jimmy Devlin?
Oh, right. Well, in Cookstown. He was a band leader, and I, at that time I was going through a kind of an unusual stage. I had no money. You see, and he was a very generous man, and he always felt it was very important if one... Who's whispering?
That's a bird on the other end of the phone.
Is that a bird on the other end of the phone? Rodney, have you got a bird there?
Yeah, I'm sitting here outside and there's a couple of birds chirping away.
Oh, that's lovely. Hold on, let's listen to them. It's better than me. Hold on a second. Everybody keep quiet and listen to the birds. Tell Emma to shut up. That's lovely.
Isn't that lovely?
You see, that
Are you sitting out in your backyard, Rodney?
No, I'm out at a customer's house here.
Where
I'm
is it,
looking
then?
across the whole countryside. I can see
Where is
County
it,
Down, the whole works.
Where is it, Rodney? Where are you?
Just outside Bamburgh, outside Moy.
Would you like to be there?
Yeah, it sounds lovely.
You'd like to be there with a wee half a vodka? Just sitting there now. You know,
a cup of tea and a nice
three
fresh
Tomazepam. No, 3 Tomazepam, 40 ouncer. You know, 20 fags. You'd love to be sitting there now, wouldn't you? Anyway, this man felt it very important that he leave generous tips because he always felt as if, people in restaurants would judge you about the amount of money that you left. And in a small community, which you would normally be in, the world would travel like wildfire. Oh, he's a very generous man. He always thought that was important. So I discovered this. So what we used to do is we would maybe eat. No, we didn't eat in restaurants like cafes, greasy spoons, whatever. I used to discover he would leave maybe a fiver. Like a fiver. A fiver's like 20 quid now,
What year? But in the 60s, late 60s?
Yeah,
around that
that's
time.
like 20, maybe 40 quid.
Yeah.
He would not be 20 maybe. He'd leave like a fiver, and I used to see this fiver. I used to go, I could be doing with that. So I got to this kind of idea whereby if we all left, I would drop something onto the table, and sorry boys, I'd look for it. Now when I got up, I just lifted the fiver, but they caught me one day. And was I sorry?
No.
No remorse. No remorse. No,
And Eileen Roarty phoned in to say, stop making fun of Daniel's mooning over Ireland.
I can't help it. I can't help it. It's in my genes.
And she said, and also when she was talking to me, she says, there's another one of your colleagues comes on in the afternoon and he mimics Daniel and makes fun of him, and she wants him to stop.
Who's that? Alan Simpson?
No.
That's you.
Yes.
She didn't realise it was you. That's how good that impersonation is. I've got to do a bit of Daniel.
No.
Right, go on.
There's a girl waiting to talk to you.
Now go on.
No.
I'm not going to do a bit of Daniel.
No.
Go on.
I don't know. What are we going to
Tell me how much. Say how much you dislike me. Go on.
No, I'll not say. I'll not
go
say
on.
That. No,
you know what he says.
I'll just say, Jerry, would you play a wee bit of Mooning Over Ireland for me, please?
No, I don't like it.
Oh, please, Jerry, because I like all the place names that I mentioned. Kellybegs, and did you know that in Kellybegs they look for eggs as soon as they awaken? Did you ever hear that expression?
Funny enough, I never did.
God,
that's escaped me.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Would you talk to a young girl on the phone? She needs your help, Jerry.
What extension would she be on?
She'd be on one, and it's Orla. God love her.
Orla. Good morning,
Orla. Good morning,
Jerry. Now, for instance, there are two types of mashup. That one we just played there now, Dire Straits and The Police, which is quite simple. Just two things juxtaposed together. I know it's wrong to say juxtaposed together. You're only supposed to say juxtaposed. Yeah. And the other one was like a kind of a symphony. I like that because do you know what a symphony is? I'm not asking what a symphony is. A symphony is when a composer sits down with all these different instruments and interplays them. So this is the same thing that the people do. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 different instruments in that, 15 different singers. So the guy sits down and he finds a chord structure that's in common with them, and then he puts them all in together. I regard that as art, Sean.
Well, I would like you to do that. Maybe, you know, the show band scene, the records from the show band scene. Could you not do a nice mix?
I'm in love with the girl who lives in the house with the white shucklebuck shoes. That kind of thing.
Why don't you do that?
That'd be great.
Yeah, why don't you try that? A show band mix.
Who's that knocking on my door? Old Hucklebuck Shoes. I love you behind the evening shadow falls. And little arrows, Hucklebuck Shoes. Kind of like that?
Yeah, something.
I can see the possibilities. Yes.